Hey there and welcome to my channel. My name is Samina and today I'm going to talk to you about journaling. Yes, these are all of my journals that I've collected in the last however many years. The first journal entry that I could find was from 26th of July 2006. So that would make me about 9 years old. So I've been journaling for about 14 years now, which is a very long time. I've always liked writing things. One of the things that I wanted to be when I grew up, while I was growing up, I wanted to be an author. I wrote a few novels when I was a kid and no one's ever gonna see those. I actually did get rid of my first novel a few years ago because, I don't know, I was going through a cleaning kick, so I just threw it out. I feel sad that I did. And the other few are on a cloud. No one's gonna see them. Since I've always enjoyed writing, journaling always felt like just a natural thing to do, but I understand that not a lot of people, it doesn't really come as naturally to them, so I thought I would share some tips that I've picked up over the many years that I've been journaling. People use journaling for all kinds of things. Some people just want to use journaling to be more motivated. Some people use it to deal with some emotions if they're going through some rough times. Some people use it just to keep a record of their lives, which is also fair. You can do, or you can just do a combination of all those three. I know that I do. Number one thing that you need to remember is that there are no rules. You can write anything you want in it, or draw, or whatever, or paste, or glue. It doesn't matter, there are no rules. Literally all you need is a notebook and a pen, or a computer if you're more comfortable typing. I personally like having a physical notebook, but I've also written on back of receipts, on paper towels, on tram tickets, on anything that could be written on, and I've just inserted it in my journal. See, I have a bunch of stuff here. I've even made little pockets, little envelopes to put stuff in. This one is taped here, but there is definitely a type of an envelope. I've actually made this one. This one is for 2017. Ooh, I have a nice drawing here, which is kind of cool. Looks better on camera than in person. And I tried my hand on book binding. There's like, I don't want to talk about it on it. 2017 was a strange year. Next thing that I want you to know is that it really doesn't have to be that deep. Life generally is not deep, but if you stick with this habit long enough, and when you come back to your journals, you'll find some pretty profound stuff in there that you'd be super make a double take because you won't believe that you were able of thinking that profoundly about life and the things that were happening to you. Also, your journal doesn't have to be nice. I know that a lot of YouTubers and social media people, like anything, they like to make it all aesthetic and stuff, but you know, journals can be a lot of money, especially if you do write a lot, if you go through many journals. I've met a lot of people who go through a journal per month, and it can really add up. Money can really add up. You don't really, some people enjoy stationery, and it's okay if you do, but don't feel pressure that you also need to buy nice notebooks. I have one that I made myself, this one that I've got. Actually, I've got all of these from others. This one is very nerdy, but my friend actually gave me for my birthday this year this one. This is going to be my next journal for 2021 because I don't want to waste such a nice notebook on this fucking year. But yeah, this is her favorite artist, Mucha. He's Czech. He was Czech and he made these beautiful illustrations and I love it too. So this is gonna be my new journal. This is the nicest journal that I will have ever. So, you know, it can be helpful to have a nice notebook if you feel like it's gonna make you write more, but I feel like it can also have an opposite effect if you'll feel that your notebook is too nice and that you don't want to ruin it if you write in it. One thing that I would really strongly suggest you do is to date your entries, because it really helps you establish timelines and you can see like what part of your life this particular thing was happening, the thing that you were doing and stuff. I recommend that you do that because it really is helpful. You shouldn't force yourself to write if you don't feel like it. It can really start feeling like a chore if you do, and it can ruin all the enjoyment that you get out of it. I've personally had stretches of like 6 months that I didn't write a single entry, and then I had months where I wrote every single day a couple of pages a day. Also, it doesn't have to be a daily habit. If you feel like you wanted to make it a daily habit, there you should probably write at the same time of the day, maybe right before you wake up. Well, not before you wake up, right when you wake up or during your lunch hour or something, just to have this like reinforcement of a habit at a certain time. But after a while, you won't really feel like you need to write every day, because a lot of days you'll feel like you have nothing to write about, and that's completely fine. But one thing that was very helpful for me, especially this year with the pandemic and everything, because I've been feeling the existential dread of living in a pandemic, I found myself not being very productive in the stuff that I've been doing. So one technique that I've started using is to turning on a timer on my phone for 10, 15, or even 25 minutes and just sitting down and writing things that I'm upset about. If something is really making me upset, I will just sit down and just free write about whatever is upsetting me and making me not do stuff that I'm supposed to do. And it really helps. Once I'm done, I'll see where this anxiety and stress is coming from, and I will get an insight on how to effectively deal with that emotion. Also, you should try to be honest to yourself in your journal, because if you try to lie about the emotions that you're feeling or things that were happening or whatever, it will really not be an effective way to deal with your emotions. You'll just try to convince yourself that something is true when it's not, and it's just another way of bottling emotions. So you really just try to be honest to yourself, because you are writing to yourself. So, the things that you can write about, I'm gonna look at my list. Lists are your friend. You can write to-do lists. I call my to-do lists my game plans for the day. Song lyrics, things that you should remember. Conversations you had with other people. Budgeting, shopping lists, recipes, crochet patterns, YouTube video ideas. One of my favorite lists that I do is when I'm feeling particularly sorry about myself, like everyone hates me, because that's a very common thing that I feel. I sit down and I write 50 things that I love about myself. And honestly, there's not a better confidence boost when you can list these 50 things about yourself that you love. And it's a very great way to be more accepting about yourself. And you should force yourself to finish this list. 50 things that you love about yourself. You can even repeat that. There are no rules. You can write 10 times, I have a fantastic ass in this list, and it's gonna be okay. Just write whatever you feel very comfortable about yourself, and it's honestly the best confidence boost. So yeah, those were my tips. If you have any advice to give to others about journaling, I would ask you to leave them in the comments. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, subscribe if you want to, and yeah, see you next Monday. Thanks for watching.